Hello, and welcome to Nazarene Theological College. My name is Rob Fringer, and I am the principal, and I'm also a lecturer here in Biblical Studies and Biblical Language. This short video is meant to introduce you to the ethos of NTC, or the heart of NTC, what we do, how we do it, and why we do it. If you're watching this video, probably a potential student or a potential staff member, or maybe just someone in the community that wants to find out more about NTC. As we think about our ethos, we begin with what we do. So Nazarene Theological College offers high-quality accredited courses in theology and related disciplines. We are a member institution of the Sydney College of Divinity and teaching its undergraduate and postgraduate awards, and the theological disciplines that includes biblical studies, church history, systematic theology, philosophical theology, and pastoral ministry, and a few other sub-disciplines. We also offer research degrees through two different partnerships, again through the Sydney College of Divinity, and then also through Flinders University. We offer an MPhil, DMin, and a PhD. We prepare leaders for effective and sustained ministry in the church and in the world. This is part of what we do. It is very important. We believe all Christians are leaders, and so it's not a matter of whether you are studying for the ministry, as many of our students are, but many others are just preparing to be ministers of the gospel wherever they are working and whatever they are doing, the calling that God has placed on their life. And so theological education is not just for those who are training to become pastors, but it's for anyone who wants to deepen their faith and understanding so that they can minister more effectively where God is calling them. Well, the what is important, but maybe more important is the why. Why do we do it? Why does NTC exist? Well, NTC exists to deepen faith, expand knowledge, and to inspire Christ-like action. This is who we are. This is why we exist. This is why the faculty and staff members here at NTC get up every morning, because we know that we are doing something much bigger than just providing awards or teaching in classrooms. We are shaping and deepening faith. We are partnering with God in His mission to expand knowledge and to inspire others to be transformed and to walk in mission with Him. And so we exist for this reason. That is our contribution, and our impact is that we believe through this we glorify God, we strengthen the church, and we transform the world. But how do we do this exactly is one of the questions. What makes NTC unique? Well, there are 5 things I want to talk about that make NTC unique in how we deepen faith, expand knowledge, and inspire Christ-like action. The first thing is that we educate and support. Now, obviously, education is going to be key to any higher education institution. And yet it's not just a matter of educating, it's also a matter of supporting. Part of our education is guided by a Wesleyan holiness framework. We have students from many different theological backgrounds and denominations, but we are undergirded by a Wesleyan holiness framework. We believe in excellence in what we do and quality in what we provide at all levels. And so part of our education is focusing on excellence. But also part of our education is focused on practical and applicable. That is to say, how do we apply that which we are learning? All of our faculty members are ministers in one way or another. Many of them are ordained ministers serving in churches and have years of ministry experience. So they bring that to their teaching. And they model as well and mentor the students. That's another important aspect of this education and support. They live it out so that students can see what it means to grow and deepen in faith and to live out Christ-likeness. Secondly, we start meaningful conversations. We keep Christ at the center of everything, and that's important to who we are as Christians. But in the midst of that, we are not afraid to ask hard questions and to have robust conversation and even debate. So we allow room for disagreement and diversity and complexity. We don't want to create a bunch of models that look just like us. We don't want to package something and give it to you and say, this is how you have to think and this is how you have to act. Instead, we want to help you grow in your relationship with Christ and grow in your knowledge, to think through critically what it means to hold particular beliefs and how they fit together and the actions that then come out of those beliefs. And so we walk through you with you through this critical thinking. We ask so what questions as part of this meaningful conversation. So what? How do I apply this? How do I make it applicable to where I am in life and what God is calling me to do, whatever that may be? And we also nurture prophetic voices. Again, not afraid to be challenged or to ask difficult questions. Thirdly, on the hows, is that we provide a safe place to be yourself. If you're going to have those difficult conversations and wrestle through what you believe and why, you need a safe place. And so relationships matter most to us. We believe God is relational, that he loves us, and he defines love and relationship. And he calls us to love him and to love one another. And so we provide a place that you have room to explore and ask questions and to wrestle, a place to be stretched and a place to grow. We also try to include as many people as possible. And so these ideas of diversity, flexibility, accessibility, and affordability make it possible for us to include as many as possible. Part of our mission is reaching into areas where education or accredited education is hard to come by. And so we have students in cohorts in places like Mongolia and Fiji and Papua New Guinea. We have another campus in New Zealand. So we're quite diverse in our student base, quite diverse even in our student body as far as theological perspectives or backgrounds. And so we try to include as many people as possible. And then finally, we think outside the box. We re-examine assumptions. We don't just take things for granted. We're always asking questions, always trying to go deeper, always trying to grow. We try to lead in innovation. We try to be unafraid of change. Change will happen. And so how do we prepare ourselves and students to be unafraid of change and to minister in the midst of change? And then we are serving the church of the future. And so we're not just preparing you to minister right now, but we're preparing you to minister into the world that God is already moving in and doing things in the world that is constantly changing. And so these are the ways that we carry out that mission that we have of why we exist and what we do. So again, this is who we are. This is our ethos. We are NTC, and we are the church in education. And we would love for you to become a part of NTC. Thank you.